Guard is missing. That's
Return to Castle Wolfenstein. The very name is enough to send a muscular surge of nostalgic adrenaline pulsating through any gamer of a certain vintage. Released in 2001, the game was not just a return to the venerable, culturally pivotal franchise, it was a bold, gory, weirdly complex shooter that mixed pulpy action with doses of occultism. But time has not been entirely kind to B.J. Blazkowicz's gothic escapade. Jagged polygons and outmoded textures betray its age. All the more reason for a modern remaster. And who better to tackle that job than Nightdive Studios? For those not in the know, Nightdive has earned a reputation for treat these classic PC games with care and respect. Whether it be System Shock Remake, or the remasters of Turok Dinosaur Hunter or Quake, they don't just slap a fresh coat of paint on them, but start by taking apart the source code, learning the design philosophy behind the game, and then bringing that version to modern standards. Here's why Nightdive Studios would make a great choice for reviving Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Nightdive's track record speaks for itself. The developer possesses in-depth knowledge of classic FPS games such as classic Doom titles, especially with several classic FPS games built on the id Tech engine. This is important information to have if one is to make a decent remaster of Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which ran on the id Tech 3 engine, also the engine that powered Quake 3 Arena. Their familiarity with Quake and such like series already gave them a big leg up on understanding the technical challenges and opportunities. Unlike some remasters and remakes that deviate too far from the source material, Nightdive prefers to keep things faithful as possible. In other words, improvements without reinventing. This is especially crucial for Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Its mix of World War II action, supernatural horror, and pulpy storytelling is part of the franchise's appeal. Nightdive is one such studio, being able to preserve a game's atmosphere, level design, and core gameplay mechanics while enjoying the benefits of modern enhancements. Imagine Return to Castle Wolfenstein with improved textures, smoother character models, better lighting and shadows, and support for modern resolutions and widescreen. Nightdive is able to take advantage of modern technology without sacrificing a game's artistic style. They could also add in quality of life improvements such as smoother controls, updated UI elements, and more accessibility options. The Wolfenstein franchise is hotter than ever thanks to the success of Machine Games' recent Wolfenstein reboots. A Nightdive remaster of Return to Castle Wolfenstein would be a great bridge between the classic Wolfenstein games and modern Wolfenstein games, while allowing new players to experience one of the franchise's most pivotal games and reminding veteran players why they fell in love with B.J. Blazkowicz in the first place. Return to Castle Wolfenstein was ambitious for the time, but technology lacked in some areas of the game in some cases. Therefore, our remaster could achieve the game's vision. More detailed areas, more advanced AI for enemies, even more narrative elements added to the game's story. Nightdive could improve the game to a more polished and perhaps faithful degree that was impossible to achieve in 2001. In conclusion, a Nightdive remaster of Return to Castle Wolfenstein isn't just a good idea, it's the right idea. It's an opportunity to breathe new life into a beloved classic, reintroduce it to a new generation of players, and further cement Nightdive's reputation as the undisputed masters of retro gaming preservation. Here's hoping someone at Bethesda, the current keepers of the Wolfenstein IP, is listening. A Return to Castle Wolfenstein is needed, and Nightdive are the studio to do it.